This 17 News at Noon podcast is brought to you by Clinica Sierra Vista.
Welcome back to the 17 News at Noon podcast, where we share your news on your schedule.
We begin today as millions across Britain and around the world are in mourning. Queen Elizabeth II has died at the age of 96. Her Majesty reigned for more than 70 years as atomic tensions rose and fell, as nations realigned and world leaders shuffled in and out of power. Queen Elizabeth II wore the crown. She is the only monarch most Britons have ever known. Her eldest son Charles is now king. You can watch continuing coverage of the Queen's death on our website. Turning now to local news. Massive flames and thick clouds of smoke lit up the sky last night as a 3-alarm fire broke out in downtown Bakersfield, engulfing 2 historic buildings. The fire started around 10:15 p.m. on Chester Avenue at 20th Street, a few blocks from the Fox Theater. One of the buildings dated back to 1890, built right after the devastating Bakersfield fire of 1889. And the other, at one time an apartment building, was built in 1909. Both were abandoned and at least one was on the market. Our overnight crew watching the fire says flames and smoke appeared to be under control around 1:30 this morning, but crews were still there knocking down flare-ups. There's no word yet from fire officials about what started the fire, but there were no reported injuries. Both buildings have long, fascinating histories, and 17's Robert Price will share their stories tonight at 5 p.m. For more updates and information, head to our website at kget.com. And Bakersfield police are asking for your assistance finding an elderly at-risk man. Lowell Seedorf was last seen September 5th in Yorba Linda. He had a planned trip through Bakersfield. He's considered at risk due to suspicious circumstances. For more information, visit our website. In your 17 Court Watch today, new information tonight on a possible motive behind the killing of a Rosamond woman. According to court filings obtained by 17 News, Renetta Martin wanted her roommates to move out. In July, the roommates Jaquan Davenport, Jayshawn Davenport, and Anthony James allegedly threatened to kill Martin for talking to one of them disrespectfully. The filing state surveillance footage captured Martin and the suspects together August 1st in Rosamond and later Lancaster. Although the coroner has not given a positive identification, remains believed to be Martin's were found August 15th near Bacchus Road between Rosamond and Mojave. Her burning car was found in Inglewood. The 3 suspects are charged with first-degree murder and arson, currently being held without bail. You can read much more on this case on our website, kget.com.
Hello, this is Tim Callahan with Clinica Sierra Vista, and we're excited to unveil the Community Health Center of the Future, our comprehensive care center. It's located right across the street from Memorial Hospital. We have every service under one roof, from family medicine, OBGYN care, dental services for adults and children, behavioral health, and much more. So find your way to better care at Clinica Sierra Vista this year at our Comprehensive Care Center. Visit our website, clinicasierravista.org, for the latest on this project. We'll see you soon.
Because of today's heat, another flex alert is in effect today between the hours of 3 and 10 p.m. Now, conservation efforts during these flex alerts have been working. We avoided rolling blackouts again yesterday. During a flex alert, you're urged to turn your thermostat to 78 degrees or higher, refrain from using appliances, and close window blinds and curtains to avoid direct contact with the sun. Well, last week, Sheriff Donnie Youngblood spoke out about challenges facing the department, including a growing number of vacancies. Last week, he said there were 375 open positions at the Sheriff's Department, but just since last week, that number has jumped to more than 400. He joined us on Sunrise this morning to talk about the effects on the department.
Yeah, I'm very concerned 5, 6, 7 years down the road, because we're averaging minus 26 every year of sworn deputies. That is not sustainable. Right now, we don't have 24-hour coverage in our substation areas.
Wow.
Bakersfield, our homicide rates tripled. And when I was the patrol commander, we had 91 deputies in Bakersfield. Today, we have 48. So this is a real struggle for all of us. And but we're not quitting. We're not giving up. We're going full force to try and recruit and retain deputy sheriffs.
KCSO typically provides officers at the Kern County Fair, but due to staffing issues, they gave up that contract, and Bakersfield Police will take it over. One thing Sheriff Youngblood hopes could help is Measure K. In November, voters in unincorporated Kern will consider the 1-cent sales tax increase. It is projected to bring in an extra $54 million to the county's general fund if at least 50% of voters approve. Youngblood says if it passes, he wants some of the funds to be used to give deputies a significant pay increase, one that would make law enforcement officers around the state take notice and hopefully lure more to come work here. And Sheriff Youngblood also confirmed this morning that K9 Hannes, who died last month while on duty, died due to the heat. On August 18th, Hannes and his handler, Deputy Robert Fisher, were chasing a suspect near Lamont when the dog showed signs of distress. Youngblood says Hannes had been out of the car for about 20 minutes and actively searching for less than 10 minutes when the 3-year-old Belgian Malinois collapsed. He was rushed to the vet where he died. Records say temperatures were above 100 degrees in that area at that time. It's another reminder of how dangerous those temperatures can be for everyone, including our pets. That intense heat that we've been seeing continues to weigh heavily on firefighters up and down our state doing their best to contain several wildfires. In Riverside County, the deadly Fairview fire has burned almost 10,000 acres with only 5% containment. 2 people were killed, and officials believe it may have started from a power surge. The Radford fire is burning in the San Bernardino Mountains. It's burned more than 1,100 acres, is currently 2% contained. The Fork fire broke out in Madera County yesterday. It has grown to 400 acres with no containment as of last check. And up north, the Mosquito fire burning in Placer and El Dorado counties quadrupled in size yesterday. This fire burning through rough terrain and steep canyons. It's consumed more than 5,700 acres and is currently not at containment. Jobless claims fell again for the week ending September 3rd. Applications for jobless aid fell down to 222,000, down from the previous week. The 4-week average for claims, a better reflection of the fluctuations, declined by 75,000. In spite of weak economic growth, hiring has been strong this year. Businesses remain desperate to find workers. More than 11 million job openings were posted in July. That's nearly 2 jobs vacancies for every unemployed American. Making news around town here, the Bakersfield Police Department graduated 30 recruits from its academy today. Those cadets spent 23 weeks in the BPD's rigorous training program. And for those cadets, it's a major payoff for what can be an overwhelming and stressful journey. Those cadets are now full-fledged officers of the BPD. The legendary Willie Nelson will come back to Bakersfield next month to perform a concert at the park at Riverwalk. Nelson has released a few new albums over the past few years, with his latest released in April called A Beautiful Time. The concert will be at the park's amphitheater October 11th. Tickets go on sale Monday and start at about $50 if you want to pick some up. We are just 1 week away from El Grito de Dolores, Mexican Independence Day. And just a reminder, Telemundo Valle Central will carry live coverage of local celebrations at the Liberty Bell downtown. Programming will run from 7 to 9 p.m.
The 17 News at Noon podcast is a production of KGET and Nexstar Media Group. For more on all of the headlines in today's show, head to kget.com.